Okay, thank you very much and good morning. The IPCC has started work on the special report on the impacts of global warming of 1.5 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial levels and related global greenhouse gas emission pathways in the context of strengthening the global response to the threat of climate change, sustainable development, and to efforts to eradicate poverty. A scoping meeting was held in August in Geneva. Many of you were there, and this is the outcome of this meeting. It's the preliminary outline of the special reports. This is submitted for consideration at the forthcoming IPCC plenary meeting in October. So I ask that you consider this as preliminary. It's subject to change. Each chapter has a full annotated version, bullet points that illustrate the expected or anticipated contents, and I've provided this as supplementary slides in my presentation. Once the panel approves the outline, I wanted to explain what happens next. The call for nominations will come out in end of October. There are 3 roles for which people can be nominated for: coordinating lead author, and review editor. Nominations are submitted through national focal points and IPCC observer organizations. Also, the IPCC Bureau can submit nominations. Once the authors are selected, we enter this iterative process of drafting and review. Here you have some of the key dates, the lead author meetings. The first one will be held in Brazil in March. And you see the timeframes for the various review periods. The timeline is very tight, even by special report standards. The objective is, or the plan is, to have this approved and adopted in September 2018. The reason is this report will feed into the facilitative dialogue that the UNFCCC will begin thereafter on the global stocktake process. Here's another view of that timeline. I want to emphasize the roles, the scientific community on the left, the author teams, and the governments on the right. Again, you see this iterative process, and I wanted to, in addition to the call for nominations, it's very important that this community is active and contributing and engaged in the review process. This is the key aspect of the IPCC assessment. This is information that I think most people will be wanting to hear about. Cut-off dates by when literature needs to be submitted and accepted in order to be assessed. I don't have precise days yet, but ballpark figures are October 2017. Papers should be submitted to be included in the second order draft review, and they should be accepted by April 2018 to be included in the final draft review. So this is a special report. It's scientific oversight is by all 3 IPCC working groups. I've listed here the co-chairs, Valérie Masson-Delmotte and Pan Maozai of Working Group 1, Deborah Roberts and Hans Otto Portner of Working Group 2, and Jimsky and Shukla of Working Group 3. So Valérie, Deborah, and Jim are here, so you'll have plenty of opportunity to hear from them and talk with them. This special report is going to be supported by the Working Group 1 technical support units. So you probably wonder, what is a TSU, and in fact, who am I? Well, the technical support unit is the background organization that supports the work of the working groups. I'm the head of the Working Group 1 technical support units. We have an operations line, a science line, and we undertake communication and outreach, and we have IT. So we support the co-chairs, the bureau, author teams. We organize the lead author meetings. We run the selection process, the review process, and we're active in communication and outreach as well. So the Working Group 1 TSU is funded by the French government. It's based in Paris at the University of Paris-Saclay. In addition, we have further support. I'm co-hosted by the Abdus Salam International Center for Theoretical Physics in Italy, Trieste. We have a staff scientist who is supported through the China Meteorological Agency in Beijing and also visiting Paris. And we have IT support from LSE, an Institut Pierre-Simon Laplace Laboratory. So I'm very brief. I don't want to take up time. Essentially, I'm trying to provide you the key information. Where is the information? There is a special report webpage. And as I said, the outcomes of the scoping meeting have been submitted to the plenary for consideration. So there are two key documents that you should be able to find today on the IPCC website. The Doc 11 is the annotated outline and budgetary and timeline implications. This is the decision document for the IPCC to consider. Then there is an INF document, which will give you more background on the annotated outline and on the scoping process. You have here my email. Please contact me if you have any questions. I think over the next 2 years we'll be in contact quite a lot. We'll be working together. So I wanted to thank the organizers for letting me introduce myself and get to know you. Thank you.